Hi, I got 5 minutes to make this video and then I've got to go somewhere, so I thought we'd do a quick look around my, unfortunately still very messy, tiny bungalow. It's very messy because although I got it back in August, I've been away a lot, partly I think because I couldn't adjust to the idea that I got an actual place to live again, so I hadn't had much time to sort it out. I sleep on a camp bed. What's a futon actually in the living room here, living room stroke kitchen, because the reason I do that is because the bedroom's tiny, and also because it reminds me of my old bedsit days actually. Yeah, so if I've got to live indoors at least temporarily, then I might as well do it the way I like to do it. So this is a quick tour of the bathroom stroke indoor gardening room. When it's raining outside, I use a bath. This is the heating control that I cannot make heads or tails of. I mean, it's just ridiculous. One of those old fashioned bits rubbish. Oh, that reminds me. The slow, I haven't got a proper stove. I decided not to bother. The slow cooker has switched itself off again, and I'm just cooking up some leftover sausage. Right, so I'll show you the spare room, as I call it. It's a flipping mess at the moment. It's more of a storeroom than anything. So, like I say, I just haven't had time to get organised. I know a vast amount of that stuff is my clothes. I'd like to pretend it's all clothes for Romania, because we send clothes out to the Romany people's, what you call them, gypsy, don't you? Villages, but no, most of it's actually mine that I never got rid of. I told my kids I was getting rid of it when I first moved into the van, and in reality it ended up in my storage space, but whatever. Right, this is my favourite bit. So this is my garden. That's my sun chair with a little porch, so I can sit out even when it's raining. This is I'll just go what you can see because the sun's shining in my eyes. So this is, for some reason I've ended up with a garden that's about 3 times the size of everybody else's. And I've started work on it, trying to do no dig, because I can't dig, so that makes sense, doesn't it? So no dig gardening means you just pile loads of organic matter on the soil and hope the worms digest it and create new soil for you, which they are doing. I found a couple of brilliant ones this morning. That's the corner where I'm keeping stuff at the moment. I collect the water. I put the water in this old council recycling bin, green bin. Keep that there. So the wastewater watering. It was very dry this summer, and someone's been helping me, so they've planted stuff out here. The rest is all still not been planted out, and that's more composting, horse manure. I took it. It was a horrible fir tree that was half dead, so we took it down. This is me trying to train the birds to come and feed, ready for winter time. At the moment I only seem to get magpies and the occasional pigeon. Yeah, so, and that's a little water feature. I want to expand on that, get more buckets, and then you end up with frogs and newts and all sorts if you keep it long enough. So yeah, so this is my my lovely place. So I'm about to go out, like I say. I tried to make a film in the New Forest, but unfortunately I didn't seem to have much time, and I ended up doing one, but it was pitch black at night, sat by a fire pit, so all you could really see was my face. And I thought that's not very interesting, so I scrapped that, and I'm doing this one. Like I say, I'm staying around Leamington Warwick area as much as I can now for a few weeks till after Christmas. Hoping to do another trip to Romania next year, and also I want to get to Borth. I haven't been to Borth, Aberystwyth for a long time. Van's sat out there, currently full of stuff from last week's youth hosteling, which I haven't emptied out yet, which I plan to do in the next day or two. But I suppose the one advantage of having this tiny bungalow, we're really getting autumn now, the leaves are blowing, it's good. Yeah, the one advantage is that I do get a garden, and I do love gardening. I missed that when I was living in the van, even though I was in different groups and stuff. But yeah, hopefully in the next day or two the van will be back to livingable status, and then I can start doing the odd night out again in it as winter comes in. I just have to, the real reason I got to have this place is because I've got what they now say is emphysema, and a feature of that is you get frequent bouts of bronchitis which can turn into pneumonia, and that's sometimes you can end up having to go to hospital, apparently, get on an oxygen mask and such, and apparently cold damp air isn't very good for it. So I need to have this place really as a bolt hole just in case I do get ill, so I can come and I can put the central heating on, but I'm trying to make it as off-grid as possible, as possible in a tiny council bungalow. I've got ideas already for a 12-volt system that I could do just like the one in the van, with the solar panel out here, and then I can run, because I'm used to using 12-volt electrics, you know, I only use it 240 for like essentials in there. But yeah, but who knows, everything's in a state of flux all the time, the times we live in, and everything could look different 6 months down the line. So I'll fill you in a bit more on changes in the family. There's a lot's been happening. I'll fill you in on that next time, and I'll try to find a slightly more glamorous location, perhaps one of Warwickshire's lovely lay-bys. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll leave it there.